Welcome to the Cosmic Check-In with world-renowned psychic and metaphysician Beatrex Quntanna. In this program, Beatrex will divine the deep spiritual messages from the astrological placements of the planets, offering insight and inspiration for the times ahead. Now, here's Beatrex.
Welcome to the Cosmic Check-In. We are now in the transit of the full moon in Aries. And it is one heck of a full moon. This moon is coupled, which means it's within a couple of degrees of Uranus. So we have the moon, which brings up all your emotional issues, connected to Uranus, electrifying your emotional issues and putting them in the space of rebellion. So you want to look at if there's anything going on right now in your life that you're rebelling against, and or where you might need to look at any disruption in your life that you had from your mother being quite explosive, because this would indicate that this is an explosive moon. If you were born this day, it would mean you had an explosive mother. So you want, and or a mother that wasn't going to be like a mother. She was going to be a rebel mother. Okay? So Uranus always wants you to be free. So you want to look at aspects of your own personal freedom right now. Anyway, we can see some of the rebellion in the political scene that's going on right now. I did some numerology and I found out on the political scene with the mother and the father energy both running against each other, or the mother and the son, I should say maybe, to see what was up with that. And I found it quite interesting that Hillary's numbers for her first name are the same as Trump's for his last name. So this is from a Tibetan numerology point of view. So what that would explain, because the first name brings out your positive characteristics and your positive karma, and the last name has your negative karma. So one of the things I feel like is going on in the area of the election is that all the things we have swept under the carpet for so many years are now coming out and being looked at and given an opportunity to cleanse. Now remember, Aries, or all full moons, are about releasing the obstacles in your life that keep you from having everything that you want about your own personality, so that your personality can shine to the best of its ability like Aries likes to be. Okay? So you want to look at right now this moon being a major cleansing and allowing you to purge all the blocks and unrest that you have inside yourself, to begin to allow yourself to tell the truth about who you are and be free to be who you are. All right? Now also we have the sun opposite Uranus, which creates another formula for rebellion. So this is, Aries is ruled by Mars, and Mars is the warrior. So you may notice, war-making tendencies in your own impatience, or in your mind where you can't stop thinking about something, where your mind is worrying about a battle that's going on within. So that's something important to, but when the sun, that represents the, basically the directive of your personality, and now you represent your great potential, being connected to Uranus, which is like the future version of yourself. So you have the sun shining on you now, and shining on your path so you see and know your potential. And your potential is showing up as Uranus, saying be your future self now. So you really want to start looking at who am I now and how do I want to evolve? Where do I want to go? And what does my future self have to say about me and about life? Now remember, if it's Aries, it's all about you. And don't feel guilty about that. It's okay. That's what you're supposed to do. It's like, how do you present yourself? How do you walk in the room? What you look like? How people react to you, and how when you leave a room, what kind of an exhaust do you leave in the room so you're remembered? Okay, so those are things that you have to look at. Now Uranus is in Aries, and it will be for the next probably 20 years. So we have to get used to the idea that we are recalibrating into different kinds of human beings than we originally intended. And the sun always represents your original intention. So with it being exactly opposite Uranus, you might want to see how you are being formed to recalibrate that original intention of you. So, maybe you came in to be a scientist and, you've been working in science, but all of a sudden you're intrigued by science fiction. So then you add that equation and you become quite different because of that intention. So anyway, that's something to look at and watch. It's only going to be for a couple of days, but it will zap you. And if you use it, you can set a new directive for yourself and a new pathway. Now, let's see what else is going on. We've got, I would say the other most important thing is Mars and Pluto in Capricorn. Now remember, Mars rules war, and Pluto rules death or transformation. It rules sex and power struggles, and it also rules your creative aspect through regeneration. So now you've got Mars and Pluto. Now both of those represent very strong egos. And whenever Mars shows up, going up against another planet, you always want to look at the idea of being top dog. So whenever Mars is, so you want to see, are you up against somebody who's playing a top dog issue with you and making you feel less than? Or are you overrunning them by taking the stance of being the alpha dog and taking over the whole situation? So this will be playing back and forth actually for some time. It's not just a couple of day transit. So anyway, and we can see the top dog situation playing out fully by the political scene that's happening right now. I mean, it's quite laughable actually, but it's also at the same time as it's laughable, it also offers up a whole nother scenario to look at within your own self of how is it going to affect our leadership concept. Okay, so there's a lot that, the good thing is on the 18th, Venus enters Sagittarius. So Sagittarius, of course, is the fun section, the adventure, the travel, the party hardy, let's have a good time. And Venus loves all of those things. So allow your social life to pick up and have some fun during this time period, and allow yourself the idea that life can be a good party if you let it. Okay? All right. The sun is going to be entering Scorpio around the 22nd, so you want to make sure that as the sun goes into Scorpio, you have within you the ability to focus on what it is that you want for yourself and not to be interrupted or detoured. Scorpio can give you the ability to focus beyond any other sign. So if you let it happen, you can find yourself on a pathway that could lead you to a great level of success. Now, I think I forgot to talk about the fact that this moon that we had yesterday, or last night, and it's sort of still running around today, it had the Sabian symbol for the moon went something like this, and I am paraphrasing it, is that a window is open with a light breeze blowing on the net curtain, and that light breeze and the net curtain is forming an energetic cornucopia. So if in fact you allow yourself to use this moon to let the wind blow away things that are keeping you from experiencing life as a cornucopia, then you can let the wind blow and open the pathway for yourself to have some extreme wealth come through the door. So my suggestion is to let this wind blow through you and let some of these planets tell you what it is that you need to do so that you can experience the true meaning of living on Earth, which is to live in full abundance. And I'll bless you and leave you with that. Namaste. You guys, look, it's here. The 19th edition of Living by the Light of the Moon. This year is filled with all kinds of wonderful goodies about living under the light of the moon. And one of the new additions that we put in was a section called Sky Power Yoga. And since we are doing so much recalibration, it becomes extremely important for your physiology to be able to hold the transformations and the recalibrations that are coming through at such a rapid pace, that I felt that it would be a good idea to have a yoga pose to go with each moon. So there's 24 yoga poses in here that will establish for you. Oops, where's the page? Here it is. That'll establish for you ways to use a pose in the yoga, especially when you're doing a gratitude list or a recalibration list. So we have a lot of nice new things to look at this year. Also, we'll be doing a 60-hour before the full moon process where you become aware of the negative aspects of the particular moon sign that's happening and how that's affecting your life, so that if you become aware of it before, you can then work on it and have it go down the river with all the rest of the stuff. Anyway, here it is. It'll be available in bookstores throughout the United States, plus Amazon. You can get it there, or you can get it on my website, mymoonbook.com. Okay, here it is, the Year of Acceleration. And as you can see, we have a beautiful angel accelerating into a new form of victory. And it's really symbolic because it's important for all of us to accelerate this year. I mean, it's going to be impossible not to, because the energies are going to go so fast. And I just want you all to be prepared for it. So get on your good flying wings so you can advance. And this book will be delivered or ready to be mailed to you in 10 days. Okay? Namaste.
All right.
May all your days be auspicious.